Video. Today we're going to meet Val and learn all about her life as a van dweller. She's done a lot of interesting things, and so let's learn all those interesting things for ourselves. Hi, Val.
Hey, Bob. Nice to be with you.
Welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
And I see this is your van home here behind us.
Yes, I travel part-time in that.
Oh, so you have a home base.
Yes, I do.
And do you want to give it?
Nevada, Southern Nevada.
There you go. That's good enough. And so you keep an apartment.
Yes, for now.
And just take trips in your van.
I do.
So how does that work for you?
Well, I've been wanting to do that for a while, for a long time. It works pretty well because I'm able to get out for work. I work online now, so I get to spend a lot of time traveling to see clients and seeing the country. So it works pretty well.
So your job actually requires you to travel?
Yes, if I want to, I can work from my home base or I can get on the road and work from there, as long as I have an internet connection.
Okay, so you're doing kind of a mix right now.
Yes.
Are you looking at becoming full-time in the future, or is this just really good?
Yes. Yes, I am, especially with everything going on these days. It's great to just downsize. Living smaller is better, I find.
Yes, very, very much so. So how have you enjoyed taking trips so far?
I've enjoyed it a lot. I meet a lot of people, and because I tuned into your community, because I've been watching the YouTube channels a lot more than just traveling at first. So I found that I started making a lot of friends. So I have a lot of contacts and people that we camp with and travel with and meet up with throughout the community.
Very good. So it's just working out really well for you, kind of ease your way into it. By taking trips and keeping a home base.
Yes, yes, and I have the flexibility to be where I want to be when I want to be there. And I've been able to end up helping a lot of newbies, new women who are getting out on the road, whether they're downsizing, selling their homes, need a little hand-holding, and just virtual travel buddies as they cross country. It's good to just have somebody else that knows where you are.
So why did you choose to travel so much? You just have the travel bug?
I've always had it, just be interested in other people, other cultures, other places. We have a beautiful country. I traveled a lot internationally first, and then I moved out here about 15 years ago out to the West. And my first introduction was to Colorado, and I just found it just fascinating, beautiful. And then I moved out here. I traveled by motorcycle first with friends from Southern Nevada. So most of the national parks that I've seen out west, Death Valley, Death Valley and the Grand Canyon, Sedona, I saw by motorcycle first. And then the economy changed and friends kind of scattered. And I found your YouTube channel and decided, hey, I want to be able to sleep in my van on the California coast. So I started looking for a van.
Very good. And you happened to come across this one.
Yep.
And so you do quite a bit of stealth camping?
I do. I do.
On the coast? Because the coast, they're not too fond of people camping too close to the coast.
Exactly. I found that out. Yeah, I found that out. And so I used to actually pull a travel trailer. I had a 24-foot Lance. And as we made our way up to the Oregon coast, especially during the time of the eclipse, everybody had signs out, no camping, no overnight parking. So I decided to drop the trailer and travel more in the van because I could be more stealth.
Mm-hmm. So it gives you more freedom of where you decide to camp. And if you want to camp in town for some nice towns things, you can just camp right in town.
Exactly.
And no one complains.
Dinner and drinks, you roll out of a bar and roll into your bed.
Right. That's nice. No
DUIs, right?
Yeah, that way.
Exactly.
Very, very good. Okay, well then you want to show us around your van and we'll see how you live in it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's folks, let's go ahead and take a look around and see how she's got her van set up to travel in.
Welcome, Bob. So, this is a Chevy Express. It's a half-ton 1500. This was originally a conversion van, and it still is a conversion van. I haven't done very much. This is all a part of the original bench seat that comes with this van. Has electric controls back there. So this is set up right now for sleeping one person. And on this, under here, I have a twin size trifold, what we called in Korea, a yo, which is a trifold bed. And it's on top of this bench here. For keeping warm, something I'd like to show you before I forget is, this is called an Electro warmth mattress warmer. So when we were out, even last year in Baus, it got pretty cold at the women's RTR. And so you sleep on top of this. So you can put a sheet on it, and then this opens up to a twin size. It's a 12 volt, and this plugs in under my pillow.
Do you use it underneath you, or do you on top of you?
This is used underneath.
Underneath. So you must have quite a bit of solar.
I do. I like a fridge going. This is a fridge freezer.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's Ingles 45 quart.
That's nice.
And I also like to make smoothies. So I have a big electrical need. I also use an electric cooker. I cook on propane as well, but I use this, and it's about a 1200 watt requirement, and so I use that. So I also sleep with an apnea machine, which I have plugged in back here. So when this is on at night, if it's warm in the cabin, it's fine. But if it's below 60 degrees, then I'm using a humidifier, heating the water that comes up through there. So I had to take stock of all of that and see, what am I really using in terms of amp hours? So I learned a lot from your video. So I have on my roof 2 160 watt panels. The solenoid is down behind here. So all of my power comes in from here. Inverter's there, that's a 2000 watt Xantrex. And I have a breaker, asked for a breaker switch, and I have a dedicated 12 volt just for the Ingle. And I keep a power strip plugged in so I can put my electric kettle on that. And this electric kettle goes there. So I can, that's a 1200 watt as well, so that I can cook and eat breakfast without opening my doors if I'm camped in a city.
So you must have a pretty good battery bank.
So my battery bank, I'm sitting on it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 6-volt batteries. I think they're the blue ones, a Lifeline, 2 24s. And I learned that from your channel, to put those 2 6 volts, lash them together in series, and then lash those two to another pair of 6 volts, and they become in parallel, right?
Yep.
So therefore I have 224 usable amp hours of battery power to go with the 320 watts there.
Right, so that works out well. That 4 golf carts and 320 watts is plenty for you.
Yes.
Good.
And this particular inverter is the XC Xantrex. So it will kick power back to the starter battery.
Oh, wow.
So that if I have a situation as a woman out camping by myself, I won't be stranded.
You spend a lot up front, but it's going to last you forever and take really good care of you.
Right. I don't need anything else.
No. Yeah. So you're set. You're completely off grid.
Right.
Really.
Exactly.
So, of course, one of the things we have to talk about is how you go to the bathroom.
So I have a collapsible 3-legged potty, and here she is.
Oh, yeah.
And she actually comes with, you can do the double bag system if you want, but what she comes with is, you have to buy these separately, by the way, this envelope and this. So this goes through the double system, because it has the seat and this, and opens up, and they have a sort of gel in them. So this is pretty odorless, and then it double zips like this, and you get rid of it like you do, as we say, with your kid's diaper or our doggy bags, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that goes into the landfill just the same.
And so you can do solids and liquids in there. And
you can.
The gel just absorbs it all.
Exactly.
So it's a stool that folds down and goes away.
Yes, and it has a handle, because usually if I have a guest in the van, then I might close this and stick it behind the driver's seat, and it's out of the way.
Right.
And you don't need it till you get where you're going.
It's probably the best use of space you can have.
Yeah, for me it is, for a
bathroom.
little van. Yeah, it is.
You have it out when you're camped, and
Yes.
it goes away when you're ready to drive.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
is just a bookshelf you had on hand or found at the store?
Exactly. I found this at a yard sale for like $5 or $10. I had 2 of them. So I took the shelving out, and then this stuff I found at Walmart, and these are just various attempts, my attempts to put something here that will hold, you know, medicines or food or toiletries or, you know, extra food, pantry stuff.
This was a really clever use of this door space.
Oh, yeah. Another attendee at the RTR helped me. Knew what I wanted to do, so he helped me. We went to Home Depot and we got this. And this works well because it's the base for my cooking or my juicing or the NutriBullet, and it goes down.
Yeah, goes away.
Yep.
Things that work and then go away are really, really nice.
One other thing we did with this van was a friend helped me to put these on. This is my awning. So the grommets on the tarp, the big gray, silver and brown tarps that Walmart sells, these line up perfectly with the grommets. And we use D-rings and put a big old, I think it's 16 by 12 or something, and pull an awning all the way out and stick some poles in the ground.
Very nice, very clever.
So that's what that's for. The shower consists of a couple of these to stand on in the dirt. Mm-hmm. And I have this. I found this. I already had this. It's a file box.
Uh-huh.
This is the motor that fits down, submerged. I won't turn it on now because it will burn the motor out. And that's the switch, on and off switch. It is a rechargeable, so it comes with a USB charger. Mm-hmm. USB on the other end. And so you charge it up. It's good for about 2 showers, 3 showers. You pop it in here under the water, and voila. So it fits there, and then you have a shower. Because I don't like to be seen by everyone, I put a tarp and clip it to my door with this. Mm-hmm. Stretch it across to this one, and I have a shower.
Right.
That's my shower.
Very, very good.
So I have a few of these. And what I used to do is when I was working, I would use my lunchtime for my entertainment and just get online and just absorb, you know, binge watch all of this YouTube stuff.
Right.
And I would make notes. And then I would keep a little note file, a little Word document with some of the products that maybe you suggested or a guest suggested. And I would know that when I could afford that, I'd be saving up, and that would be the next thing I would get. And this is another way I keep warm.
Oh, a little heater.
This is a $10 heater from Walmart, and it serves to take the edge off. If it's going to be a cold night, then I leave it on top of the fridge. Then I can just plug it in to the inverter up there.
So it's aimed towards you.
It's aimed towards me. This is just 250 watts. So again, once I turn it on, I'm going to see that this starts
Dropping
the load dropping.
fast.
So I use this for about maybe 15 minutes at a time, but it's enough for me to get warmed up, get dressed, and if I'm in a situation where I can turn the van on, then I get all the heat from the van as well.
Right.
So I find this very useful. It was $10.
Right. Very good. Nice setup. Everything's very organized and neat. You can find everything real quickly. Get to it. Nice.
Thank you. I'm just coachable. That's all it is. I'm coachable. Who came out who was a newbie for this RTR 2020, this past one, she was actually getting ready to come out in her Class C. And I said, she texted me and said, I'm ready to hit the road. I'm on the road. And I said, oh, good. We're going to be in Parker. You know, we're going to the fairgrounds. We're going to be there. And we're going to be finding a place to camp. And she said, oh, I'm going to the big tent. I said, well, we're just going to the cheap RV living event. We're going to the RTR. She said, "What's that?" She ended up coming out, meeting us, and now she texts us from wherever she is, telling us what she's doing, because the group of us who camped together, she learned so much. It was her first time boondocking. So we got her some batteries. She got some extra batteries and a solenoid, and she didn't put solar panels on. She doesn't need them. She has a generator. And she's good. But she came to the event and had such a good time.
Good, good. That's just the way this is supposed to work.
She's confident. She feels confident now.
You learn and you pass it along. And then the whole community grows.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Really good.
So thank you.
You're a prime example of just how this thing should work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.